Yo, what's going on, bro? Wow, it's good to see you, man. Your mind can literally be your own worst enemy. And the reason for this is because you have two parts of your brain, two parts of your mind, two ways of thinking, let's say. And this is very bro science, but there is scientific research behind what I'm saying. I'm just delivering it in a non-scientific way. I'm delivering it in a kind of like just a normal conversation kind of way. So you have a part of your brain that is addicted to comfort. It's addicted to taking the easy option, the path of least resistance. And I believe this part of your brain is called the amygdala, right? It's like the caveman brain that's aware of threats. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you alive. And then you have the part of your brain that is a bit more advanced. It kind of understands what's going on. It's a bit more conscious. And that's the smart part of your brain. I believe this part is called the prefrontal cortex, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The prefrontal cortex is more of a advanced part of your brain. It understands what it is that you're doing. It understands, on a more intellectual level of like, yeah, we understand that discomfort causes growth, personal development. That's the part of your brain that understands that. Now, the caveman brain, the amygdala, the one that's addicted to comfort, that part of your brain, its only mission is to keep you alive, is to keep you as comfortable as possible, because it knows that when you are comfortable, you're safe, you're doing something right, you're keeping yourself alive, okay? But that part of your brain doesn't care about your personal development. That's where your prefrontal cortex comes in. That's where your smart brain comes in, because it realizes, right, the only way that we're going to grow as a man, the only way that we're going to become a more strong, resilient, better man is through discomfort, is through doing things that scare us, that put us at risk, let's say. You know, that's how you grow as a man, and you understand that. You have these two parts of your brain, these two conflicting sides of your brain. It's kind of like a tug of war sometimes. Now, it can be your own worst enemy if you're not aware of this. And if you are motivated and your actions are defined through the amygdala, the caveman brain, more than the prefrontal cortex. Because if you are constantly taking the easy option, constantly taking the most comfortable option, the most tempting option, you're never going to grow. You're never going to feel confident in yourself, right? Because confidence is linked to your actions. It's linked. Your mind and body work in harmony. You've got to understand this. Your mind and body work in harmony. If your body is not doing the things that your mind or that your visualization of who you want to be, if you're not acting as that guy, you're not going to feel confident. If you say to yourself, right, I want to be like this, I want to be this guy, I want to be confident, I want to feel good about myself, I want to feel proud of myself, but then you go home and you watch porn, or you go home and you just sit on your ass and you watch TikTok all day, or you've got social media on your phone and you meet girls through Tinder rather than the real world, obviously you're not going to feel confident in yourself, because you know you're taking the easy option. You're taking the caveman option, yeah? So you have to be aware of like, right, every time I'm presented with a decision or a dilemma, just ask myself, what is the path of most resistance? What makes me feel most uncomfortable? What makes me feel most uneasy, most scared? Okay, let me go through that path, because I know that that's how I'm going to grow. And then through that growth, you develop confidence, because you realize that you are more capable than you previously thought. And then you are confident because you are acting as if the man, as the man that you want to be. You're acting as him. How does the man that you want to be? Visualize him, picture him. He's got the body that you want, okay? He's got the girls that you want. He's got the money that you want. He's got the cars. Whatever it is that you want out of life, he has it. And he's got it in abundance. How would he act? How would he walk? How would he talk? What actions would he do on a day-to-day basis? They're most likely uncomfortable, scary actions. They're most likely challenging actions on a day-to-day basis. If he sees an attractive girl, he goes and speaks to her. That's uncomfortable. It might be quite scary for some guys, right? He doesn't take the easy option. He doesn't take the caveman option and just sits in the corner and then goes on Tinder later, right? That's the pussy boy option. He doesn't do that. Therefore, he feels confident in himself. This is something that I've realized is when I am at my most confident, when I'm at my most optimal, which is pretty much every day now, unless I do something to sway myself off path, I feel my most social, the most confident, the most attractive. Everything just skyrockets through the roof. And it's because I'm doing the things that I've set for myself as a man. I'm doing the things that I know the best version of myself would do every single day. The version of myself that has all the women that I want, that has the body that I want, he's doing certain actions on a day-to-day basis to mold the universe to give him that reality. Therefore, if I want to become that guy, I have to do those same actions. If I want to feel like that guy, I have to do those same actions. Does that make sense? So just training your mind to take the hard option every single day, training your mind to listen to the smart part, the part that knows, right, we want to develop as a man, we want to become more confident. You listen to that part of your brain by taking the harder option, and therefore you grow, and therefore you gain confidence. It's a never-ending positive knock-on effect. Yeah, there's so many ramifications to that. So just understand that your mind is very, very addicted to temptation. And I often have this phrase of like, right, if it feels like temptation, it's probably the wrong decision to make. Just ask yourself right now, I'm tempted to eat the donut. I'm tempted to sit on my ass and watch TikTok rather than go to the gym. I'm tempted to go on Tinder instead of speaking to the girl in real life. I'm tempted to go and have a wank instead of making myself the kind of man that real women want to sleep with. You know, temptation is always negative. You know, from all the things that I can think of off the top of my head, temptation is always negative. It never really results in something that you feel proud of for. So I think another little thing I want to end the video on is ego versus pride. When you are motivated, so this is completely different to what I'm talking about before, but it's handy to throw in there for you to understand. When you're motivated by your ego, when you're motivated by things like, I want to look good for this person, rather than what makes you feel proud, that is another thing that just depletes your confidence. For example, if I offered you a cigarette right now, but then your values were, I don't smoke. You've set those values for yourself. I do not smoke. I don't do that shit. But then we're out in public, one night out, me and you, and I say, hey, have this cigarette, bro. Go and have a puff. Oh, don't be a pussy. Just take the cigarette. Go on. And there's girls around us and we're all pressuring you and blah, 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 whatever. Go on, don't be a bitch, don't be a pussy. But you set those values for yourself. I don't smoke. So then if you give in to those values, if you're motivated by ego in that situation because you want your ego fulfilled, you want to feel like, oh yeah, these people like me, you're going to then take the cigarette, you're going to do something that is sacrificing against your values. Therefore, you're not going to feel confident in yourself. You're going to feel like a failure. Whereas if you're motivated by pride on a day-to-day basis, you're motivated by things that make you feel proud of yourself. What would make you feel proud if I offered you the cigarette and you said, I don't smoke? The option that would make you feel proud when you went home that night is, I resisted it, even though I was being peer pressured, even though there was girls there, even though I felt like, they might be judging me, they might think I'm a pussy. I feel proud of myself because I did the option that I know deep down in my heart, authentically, was the best for me. Therefore, I feel proud. Then I can hold myself with confidence. Like, yeah, I'm the fucking man. Because I know I have that discipline, I've got that mental strength to resist it, even under peer pressure like that. So that's just something to keep in mind as well to end the video on, is when you are making decisions, make sure you're making them, you know, in terms of your personal growth, what is going to give you the most confidence, what's going to make you feel proud of yourself, and ultimately, what is the most uncomfortable option for you to take? Because that's going to help you to grow. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very insightful to understand the way your mind works and the way that you're sometimes motivated as a human being. Because, especially with the modern day, our motivations are just fucked, bro. They're all out of whack. We're very motivated by ego a lot of the time, and that's not a bad thing. Ego can be a good fuel. It can be a good motivator in times of, for example, you wake up in the morning and it's 4 a.m. and you're in a competition with your boys. Who can get up earliest? Who can get on the grind without snoozing in? Great, that's your ego. You can use your ego to make sure you get the job done, to make sure you're up before those guys. Just a random example, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Ego can be good if you use it and harness it in the right way for a positive outcome, not a negative one. Smoking the cigarette's a negative one. What are you going to get out of that other than the approval of the people that you're with? And you most likely don't really care too much about those kind of people. You don't really respect them. If they know that you don't smoke and then they're trying to offer you cigarettes, they're probably not the best of people, right? So, fuck it, what's it worth, right? Just keep that in mind, and I think it's very important to understand this. If you want to learn more about this topic, or there's anything you're struggling with porn or relationship issues, family issues, school, purpose, anything you're struggling with at all, the wide range of variety of topics we can talk about, come and talk to me with the coaching down below. Link in the description. We'll have like an hour call, nice and chill, nothing formal. I'm not your therapist, I'm your big bro, I'm your boy, right? You come and learn from me. Come and learn from the things that I've had to learn through trial and error, years of hardship, and learn it the easy way, and just bypass all the mistakes that I had to make on my journey and just go straight to the top. Get way past your competition from the guys at your age, because you're learning from someone that's been there and done it. You don't have to make the mistakes. You don't have to go through the embarrassment, the awkwardness of trying to learn. You can just learn from someone that's done it. Okay, Luke did that. I'm going to avoid it. Cool. Straight to the top. Yeah? Link in the description. Come and see me. I look forward to meeting you. Take care. Bye.